to do with the audio library of YouTube. Tried even without that audio, so it's not that. Anyway, happy Thursday. Happy 15th January to you. How are we that many days into 2026 already? I don't know. Today is also National Hot Day, as well as being National Fresh Squeezed Juice Day. Hello, everyone that's named Kayla. Today is for you National Kayla Day, National Pothole Day. Well, now, Lyrecon, today is for you. It's National Strawberry Ice Cream Day. That's my favorite flavor, I think. What else is today? It's actually Wikipedia Day today. That celebrates the birth and formation of the site. Wow. Happy Wikipedia Day. So today is for TRAD music sessions. I have made some notes on TRAD music sessions. I've been playing at TRAD music sessions my whole life, but that doesn't mean that I know everything about them. So in order for me to educate, well, that meant then that I also had to take down notes. So by teaching, I'm learning. I often find that when I'm teaching, I'm actually learning as well. So a lot of times you will find that a traditional Irish music session is open. There are times where you'll see it's a group of professionals, but a lot of times it'll be an open traditional Irish music session, welcoming newcomers as well. You will find traditional Irish music sessions in pubs and homes. It's a gathering of musicians for the purpose of celebrating their common interest in traditional Irish music by playing it together in a relaxed, informal setting. The etiquette is that you respect the musicians and the singers. You respect the music and the song, maybe by just talking quietly. Some pubs and some homes have a microphone for the singers. Not everyone has a microphone for the singers. And in that respect, we have to think about that, because when we play and when we sing, we want to be listened to, and that means that we have to listen to others. So if we think that while someone is singing or playing and we have something important to say, we can wait for the piece, because a lot of times you'll find that a traditional Irish music song or tune, it will be 3 minutes max. Sometimes you'll have traditional Irish music sets and maybe they will be 5 minutes. Sometimes you'll find long songs and again, it'll be under 10 minutes. Feel free to always find some other snug in the pub. There will be another snug in the pub for people who have something to say and that it's urgent. But it can wait between 5 and 10 minutes. If someone is singing, we have to listen to them. That's the etiquette. Hello, Classic Acorn, and thank you for being here. And the other thing I learned today, because even though I'm here to educate, I'm learning as well about etiquette of traditional Irish music sessions, is that improvisation, it's not always wanted. A lot of times what we want is to stick to the melody of the tune, and that's how we preserve the Irish music tune, because we don't want to go so far away from the traditional Irish music melody, the tune melody, that you no longer recognize it. Yeah, so there's a social role of the traditional Irish music session. That role is to foster community and preserve Irish identity, as well as having the crack. Having the crack, you'll know when you walk into a traditional Irish music session that there's energy, fun, and banter. Happy birthday, Elizabeth, and thank you for being here. Hi, Ula. Yeah, so you'll know. Now I did see as well while studying it that you don't always see it advertised online on social media or on the websites, like, oh, what's on, like, events in Kerry or other counties that wouldn't be cities, or even in the cities as well. If it's traditional Irish music sessions, you don't always see it advertised, but you will see it on the door or the window of the pub. And even if it's in a home, they will have it advertised as well on the door or the window of a pub in the local town or village. Thank you for your comments. I know what you mean. We all aren't so lucky and so fortunate to live in the likes of County Clare. You know, because that would be the best place in Ireland for this, you know, with traditional Irish music all the nights in all the places. So I agree with you there. There are musical aspects of traditional Irish music sessions, and the musical aspects include instrumentation, learning the tune by ear, which is called oral tradition, and that is to foster a strong connection and the social aspect, versus sheet music. Now, sheet music, it's also celebrated in the traditional Irish music scene. Learning by ear and sheet music, it's not that one is better than the other. It's not that one is right, because they're both right. We all learn differently. You can also go to a music session and ask if it's okay for you to record. If you hear a tune that you really like, you ask, can I record this? And 9 times out of 10 they'll say yes, you can. And you ask them, what's the name of that tune? And sometimes they'll know, and sometimes they won't, and that's okay as well, because you can still learn the tune by ear. So the other musical aspect of the traditional Irish music session is style evolution. My next bullet point is melody and rhythm. So what's important for not only newcomers, all comers, is that we listen, because even though I've been going to traditional Irish music sessions my whole life, and I will be 30 years old in 2027, that doesn't mean that it's not important to listen. We have to always be listening. We have in the traditional Irish music session a blend of fun and deep musicianship. That's why some people don't drink alcohol and some do, because it's actually fine. Like, some people, they don't want to go to those events because they don't drink alcohol, but nowadays there's so many options. There's Guinness Zero, and we don't have to drink alcohol. Like, and we can go and we can drink alcohol. We don't have to. And it's not like nobody there is actually going to judge you. Like, I know for a pub, some people only go to a pub if they're drinking alcohol, and that's fine, but it's not everyone. Lots of people go to a pub either to watch a football match or to watch another sport together with their community, with their friends. Some people will go to the pub to play darts, and some people will go just for to play music, and that is totally acceptable, and it is actually also awardable as well. We have the melody instruments that lead, and we have the rhythm instruments that support. The fiddle and flute are leading instruments. The bodhrán is a support. The bodhrán is a rhythm instrument. The fiddle and flute are melody. Yeah, you can also go to www.thesession.org. There you will see that other melody instruments for traditional Irish music sessions include the harp, uilleann pipes, accordion, banjo, concertina, and there are other rhythm instruments as well, like the bouzouki and the guitar, for example. Sometimes you will hear a musician playing a slow air in a traditional Irish music session. This is not designed for dancing. It's designed just for enjoying it, and it's a slow air, so it's filled with soul as well, with that slow pace. Some slow airs, that's the thing about their time signature or lack thereof. It's not for dancing, it's just for embracing, really. There's also sean-nós singing. Sean-nós singing means that we don't accompany the singer with our melody instruments. We let the singer do their thing in the Irish language or sometimes in the English language. And that would conclude all the notes that I took today. Now, of course, when you go, you will find a wealth more of knowledge there, and that's the best online resource for that. I have some horoscopes. It is now already nearly 6:20. It's so nice to see everyone. Hello, Rachel Quigley. It's so nice to have you. Hi. Thank you for staying, Ula. I'm so glad that you did. I hope that you're enjoying the content. Yes, I am a musician. Now, the thing is, yesterday, the live was about copyright. And for that reason, I will be spending the weekend doing a lot of studying, you know. So tomorrow, I'll be live tomorrow again. Tomorrow's Friday at 6 p.m. I will be figuring out what I can and cannot perform, either singing or playing, because there's public domain, and there's royalty free, and then there's copyright. So what we want is to avoid trouble, and we don't want any copyright strikes because we don't want our YouTube here to be over. We definitely don't want that to happen. So for today, the 15th of January, Aries, any Aries there, this is your horoscope. Whatever tasks or chores you make much more quickly and efficiently than usual. I'll also be looking at this song. I think I'll be able to sing it because it's public domain. Yeah, that's what happened yesterday. We did a test We had a song on yesterday live, and it didn't stay copyright, so that's very good. We're using these setbacks as information, and that's what I learned from my career coach. They're information, and we're finding out now. It's very good to find it out early in the career, early in the career. You know what's allowed to be performed so that we don't get into trouble. It says here, yes, Amazing Grace, because it was in the late 18th century, is in the public domain. Now that doesn't, I'll just sing that. I could also do it on the fiddle, but I don't have it, so I'll wait. I might actually bring it on tomorrow. So it's a hymn. Thank you for your comment. Yeah, that's what I can do. I can continue with the horoscopes and do half of them, and then the song, and then the other half of the horoscopes. So Taurus, you generally tend toward a very high level of perseverance, no matter how difficult a task may seem to you. Today, it should go very smoothly. And the next one is Gemini. Feel free to subscribe if you want to, and to then check out other videos. I have some long videos, some short videos. I just love YouTube and traditional Irish music, so I like mixing the two together. I'm also learning online on e-college digital marketing, so that's really helpful with this career venture in 2026. So for Gemini, dreams could shed light on some personal ambiguities you've been trying to understand. Your thinking is especially clear and logical now, and work should therefore be a snap. Cancer is the next one, which is my one. Projects of all kinds that you could be working on with partners or friends could go especially smoothly today. Oh yeah, that's true. Well, is it? I had to connect to this live 4 or 5 times. I even had to restart the device, but that worked, because then the next time I went live, it stayed connected. Mind you, the final time when I actually connected, it was 4 minutes after 6. So even though I was punctual, technology was not. It says here for Cancer, your thinking is especially sharp, clear, and logical. You and your friends are in an especially strong place right now, with trust and respect between you at an all-time high. Leo. Leo will be the second last one before I sing the song, the hymn, Amazing Grace, because it's in the public domain, and it means that our live on YouTube will be fine for the podcast afterwards for people who are currently not finished work yet, because then they can listen back. So for Leo, it says, today could be one of those days when you look around the house and think, what a mess! You might then decide to give the whole place a thorough cleaning. This is fine, as long as you try to do it, you don't try to do it alone. That's good advice. I was going to say don't do it all at once, but take it handy, any Leos out there. This is the Virgo, which is, it means we're halfway through. Thank you for your comment. So for Virgo, after that we can do the hymn. Letters or phone calls come today, reaffirming the continued success you've been enjoying and presenting new opportunities. Your mind should be in a very good space to consider anything new that comes your way. Now, amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. The Lord had promised good to me. His word my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Hi, Mika. Okay, we can now do the second half of the horoscopes. The next one is Libra. You may have been especially interested in promoting your general health for a while, and so today you could finally start that nutrition and exercise program you've been thinking about. So that's Libra. And the next one is Scorpio. Thank you for saying that. Scorpio. Today should prove a busy day on all levels. Inspiration for creative projects, particularly writing, should come to you in profusion. And so you might produce results that could surprise even you. Communication with loved ones is particularly clear, open, and honest today. Even though I'm not a Scorpio, it's the one I'm remembering each time, maybe because I know so many Scorpios. And like today and yesterday and the day before, it's all connected. It's like a story. Sagittarius. Generally, you tend to let paperwork go. But today, the necessity of handling budgeting and financial matters could force you to sit down and get it all done. Capricorn. Today, Sensitivity combines with mental astuteness to bring your innate practicality and efficiency to the surface. You'll probably have more than one chance to make use of this, whether it relates to work you do at home, you're helping out a friend, or you're working with a group. Aquarius is the second last horoscope for today. And for Aquarius, communication with others should be as strong on the psychic level as on the verbal one. So expect some telepathic flashes. Practicality and common sense combine with intuition today to make you feel especially creative. And then we have Pisces, and I'd be happy to try my song again after Pisces before saying goodbye, because I know it's already 6:30. I'm excited. I have a music session to go to tonight. I also have a music session to go to tomorrow night. But I'll still be here at 6 p.m. tomorrow before that. So for Pisces, your innate practicality and common sense are apt to be called into action on behalf of a group with which you're affiliated. Some of them may be feeling muddled, and you're the only one who has what it takes right now to see the matter through. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. The Lord hath promised good to me. His word my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. I'm so looking forward to my music session. It starts at 9 p.m. and it's now 6:30. And for your likes, if you want to subscribe, enjoy my other videos, my other lives as well, because I'm saving them for listening back.